Once you've opened an account with Arthur, you're now in a position to start adding your information. The first part of the onboarding is to add your properties and units. When you get to the Add Property Unit screen, the first thing Arthur needs to know is, are you adding a property with a single rentable unit or a property with multiple rentable units? In the case of this example, we'll be adding an HMO, which is a property with multiple rentable units. Please choose the property type icon that best describes the property you're adding. The next stage of the process is to add a reference to the property, the address of the property, and any ownership associated with the property. After which, you'll be asked, are there any required certificates associated to the property? And in the case of an HMO, they're likely to be gas, EPC, HMO license, etc. After which, Arthur needs to know whether the management of the property is important to you, and if it is something you manage, then please leave the tick as defaulted. If you don't manage the property but only the units, you would untick this box. The next stage is to identify the number of rentable units within the property that you let or manage. The second part of the process of adding a property and units is to identify the units within the property and add information such as the unit type, which in this case will be rooms, ownerships, and any required certificates at unit level. Once completed, add your property and the respective units. You're now at the next stage, which is about adding the tenancy to the respective units. Go to the Add Tenancy screen, which is a 4-stage process. The first stage is about the tenancy type, which in this case will be residential, the unit to which the tenancy will be added, and then tenancy details. With important note on the tenancy status. As many of you are new to Arthur, you will be adding probably existing tenancies. Therefore, choose the tenancy status correctly, and in this case your likelihood will be current or periodic. Stage 2 of the process is about financial details, but is not about transactions. These will be located on your contract. Are you charging the tenant monthly, weekly, the amount you're charging, and whether there's a deposit. Particular note is if you have 2 tenants on the tenancy or 3 tenants on the tenancy where the rent is split, tick the box Split Rent Between Tenants. Part 3 of the process now is about the tenants in situ and about the recurring charges that will be charged to them. You'll see in this case we've added a recurring charge of £300 payable monthly by Charles starting on the 31st of October 2019. Arthur will generate repeating rents every 31st of the month going forward until the end of the tenancy. Stage 4 of the Add Tenancy process is about one-off transactions payable by either the tenant or the owner on move-in. Once these have been created, you're then in a position on new tenancies to create a move-in statement. The second part of Stage 4 is about any recurring charges in the case of agencies payable by the owner. These would include management fees that will recur on a regular basis, generally based on receipt of money. Most agents charge a fee when they receive funds, not when they charge funds, and often that's a percentage. Once your tenancy has been created, we're now moving on to the next stage, which is creating a contract. In order to do that, you won't at this point have your own templates on the system. So please go to the store and add an existing template that we've created for you. Go to Mail Merge Templates, click on Mail Merge Templates, and import that into your account. This template will be found in the Documents area under Mail Merge Templates. Now that it's there, you're now in a position to go back to the tenancy and mail merge a contract. To do this, go to the Tenancy tab, find the tenancy you created, and click into the tenancy record. Go to Tenancy Documents, and then hit the Mail Merge tab. Fill in the blank spaces such as AST, contract, and the tenancy template that we presented will be the one that we've added to the system. Press Continue. At this point, generally you would go forward to create a digital signature. We can only go part of the way as you're only in your 30-day trial and therefore do not have the credits in order to send the signature, but go ahead and create the document. You will see here that you've created a document on which you can scroll down, to which signature fields can be applied and sent off for signature. At this point of the process, we are going to stop. Therefore, hit the cross, go to Tenancy Documents, and you will see the document that you've created for mail merge. Feel free to download, and you will see all the blank spaces filled in with the details of your tenancy. Once you've done that, go back and click on the dashboard, and now you're ready to book a tutorial to continue your process of understanding how Arthur can help you. In the meantime, please go to the Apple or Android store and download the app onto your phone to see your created data. We do look forward to seeing you in due course. Thank you for taking the time to listen.